Okay, good evening, everybody. So, okay, Ethan is coming, just came in. Okay, I'm going to share screen now. Thank you for coming in. Now it's already August. For the Set 4 student, as you all know, you only got 3 months to be exact, if I'm not mistaken. Your O-level for social study, I think, should be the first or 2nd of November. All right, and then you got 3 months to prepare for your SS. Okay. Rachel, are you okay? Just now your screen was frozen. Freeze. Okay, Rachel, you okay? Your screen just now was frozen. Fine. Okay, thank you. Fine. Now, as you can see from the chart here, please take note. This is for the Set 4 student, please take note. SPQ since 2017, when Singapore launched this SS new syllabus, 2017 for SPQ, issue 1 has been coming out, then followed by 3, 1, and last year, I spotted issue 2, it came out for issue 2, as well as for SRQ, it came out issue 1 and issue 1. Okay, so it's a jackpot for the last year student. This year, Uncle Raymond's will be predicting issue 3, so back up for issue 1s. And last month, we already completed the citizenships and good governance, okay? And I will predict that issue 3 will be globalizations. So most likely, maybe somewhere in September or so, we're going to do globalizations, the topic, which is very wide. And next, SRQ, the predictions for what I think that this year will come out issue 2, which is today, I'm going to cover, okay? And then backup will be issue 3. So looks like, I don't know whether 3 is really coming up for this year again, unless they modify the question paper. Now, so what is diversity? Before we start off, what is diversity? I will ask each and everyone to please participate. As you can see, Jialing, did your daddy, mommy, or your sister got the student performance appraiser?
I don't think so.
No, cannot be. I sent to all of you via for my
the student thing.
Yeah, the performance. You know, every week how you perform. Do you get it?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Xingyi, do you get it? No, you get it, or your mommy, daddy get it first?
Yeah, my parents get it.
Then they share with you?
Yeah.
Tongye also, Tongye. Do you get it? Okay. Just show a thumbs up that you have got it. Great, you got it. Yao Yi, you got it. Thank you, Yichen. Harry also, Bei Kun, thank you. Bei Kun, you 拿到吗? The student performance appraisal for last month, July.
I don't know.
Please check with your parents. You are supposed to take a look at it. So every lesson now, you're going to judge you by those key performance. Okay, so so far, all of you passed really good. Okay, some of them even excel much better. Okay. Okay. Somebody is not inside here. Okay, where is Sui? What's wrong today? Wi-Fi got problem. Rachel, you got it, the performance appraiser. Thank you. Sui, you got your performance appraiser?
No.
Cannot be. I send it to your mommy. So please take it. Cannot be. It should be sent it to your mommy, daddy. But you did very well for last month. Keep up the good work. Okay. Seriously, you must take a look at the student performance appraiser, which Uncle Raymond has sent a Microsoft Works to my colleague. My colleague are supposed to whether email or WhatsApp or WeChat to your parents, and then from there you are supposed to go through with your daddy, mommy, and take a look at how you perform. So at least they know how well you have been doing for the past 4 to 5 lessons on the particular months. Okay, thank you. Now, let's go to Xingyi. What is diversity? Please unmute and tell the class, please. Thank you. Don't waste time off. If you're not sure, then you say pass, then I go to next person, okay? It's not against anybody. Please, by now you should know my style, okay? Nobody is
I think it's
at
just
fault.
a lot of variation.
Variations. So can you give me one of the variations? What is diversity? Hi, Yuming, welcome.
Like races,
Races, any more? Unless you have nothing to say, then that's all. You say, that's all for me.
That's all.
Then thank you, sir. Back to you, Jialing. What is diversity? Right now, this is what you say, Xingyi. Diversity is about different type of races. Write down, every point, everyone saying something, if I say good, you better write down, because this topic is huge and wide and a lot of things to say. Okay, especially it's going to be very, very useful for your SRQ, even the SPQ. Jialing, hi, Yuming, welcome. Yuming, you can type if you don't feel like talking to uncle, it's fine, I'm okay, but please, everyone must participate. Thank you. Jialing.
Different type of race.
Okay, please write down. That's all.
Nationality.
No, until you say that's all, I move on. I'm respecting you to let you talk.
That's all.
Thank you, sir. Yishan.
Different types of
The purpose I call each and everyone is not to make you embarrassing or anything. I just want to test. I want to test you and want to see 你的程度, where is the level of your understanding by the meaning of diversity? Okay.
different types of people, races, religion.
Okay. The first three students, you're very concentrate. Ziyi keep getting in and out the thing. Let me talk to Ziyi. You all keep mentioning about diversity more to a social study concept, but diversity is just more than beyond the concept of social study. Okay, but okay, I can accept it. Thank you. Zhao Xuan, what is diversity to you? Yes, Zhao Xuan, your turn. Can you hear me, Zhao Xuan? Okay, how about Pei Kun? What is diversity?
Different type of people with different type of beliefs.
I like the word belief, different type of belief. Thank you. Please write down. Yao Ying, your turn.
People with different SES.
Can you tell the class what is SES? Social what?
Economic status.
Wow. So, Yao Yi, so if Uncle Raymond carry Hermes and Louis Vuitton, Chanel, what kind of SES am I?
High.
High what? I'm very
High
high now. I'm very high now. High, no, but okay, we don't use the SES as per se, but high what?
Level.
High level what? Sorry. Yeah, very close to my answer. Come on, high level what?
Of SES.
Okay, let me add on to it. High class, high status. Okay, right now, high status and high class. That means they are very affluent. That means their spending power is very huge. Okay, instead of buying Toyota car, they can buy Mercedes. Okay, thank you. Well done. Rita.
Diversity is where everybody has a different race, nationality, and religion.
Wow, finally someone say this last word. Yes, I like the word religion. Well done. Xingtan. Xingtan. I am going to go back to Zhao Xuan now. Please tell me what is it. Okay, it's Zhao Xuan is there. Okay. Yuming, what is your understanding of diversity? Please send your answer to everyone. Don't just send to me. Thanks. If you all don't wish to talk, just type it in the chat group, please. Xingchen, Zhao Xuan, and Yuming, please tell me what is the meaning of diversity, or what do you understand by the meaning of diversity? Don't be shy. A wide variety of what? Zhao Xuan, very close. You don't write like that. You say a wide variety of what? It's very generic, very wide range. So can we be more specific? You mean you can type in your answer, please? Okay, I will give 20 seconds. If nobody reply, may I have your permissions? No violent objections. I will move on to my next topic to talk about it. Thank you. Different races, fair enough. Okay, Zhao Xuan, pass. That's all. Okay, let's Xing Chen and Yu Ming. You only got 10 seconds. Yes, Xing Chen, variation among a group of what? Yu Ming, bring about prejudice and misconceptions of race, religions, and nationality. Well done, Yu Ming. Okay, good. Yeah, it's true. No, sometimes diversities have some misconceptions. And well, you really speak from the heart that I'm going to say this from my next few slides. Thank you very much. Tong Ye. Oh, I forgot about you, Tong Ye. I'm so sorry. 不好意思，不好意思。诶 ，Miss 同业，不好意思，同业。我今天比较注重，不要这样啦。你的 way you like， OK，I pardon you。以后下次不可以这样啊。Uncle Raymond， 你下次这样你就知道啊。对不起，全都是我的错。Okay, right. So different race, ethnicity, religion, race, and SES. Yes, I will agree with Yao Yi and Tong Ye about SES. Very sad to say. The next few slides I will show you. I think it's really quite horrible that Singapore have come to this stage that is talking about this. Especially, I'm getting very sick and tired and very irritated that people start saying about Joseph Schooling. Wait, have I record? Did I record? Oh yes, record. Yeah, you know why? And then those keyboard warrior is putting that kind of comments, and usually you know, when you're a keyboard warrior, more or less you're quite, or should I say, very SES people. What's wrong with Joseph Schooling not getting a gold medal? Like just now I was watching 100 meter. Okay, I just realized most of the kids are all the blacks. 黑人哦，家里。Finally, 我看到一个孙炳天 from China. Wow, he broke the personal record. So, Jialing, later 8:30, you tell me I got to join the race. I will be not free. Okay, yeah. 你在 entertain 我好，Jialing，谢谢。Okay, I love 100 meter race because this is a really dash to do. So I agree with all what you all have said. So, okay, what is diversity? Ready? We are talking about this one. Please, Tong Ye, I'm not sure you have this one before. No? Okay, diversity, we are talking about folks. We are talking about foreigners. A lot of people miss out of these diversities, okay? Under chapter 2 is called folks. We are talking about foreigners' involvements, okay? It's just like the curry issue. It's just like those foreigners come to Singapore taking out the job called xenophobia. It's about local people are not happy with certain group of people, certain race. It's the opportunity. Somebody say, yeah, you Ming was saying prejudice. You are right. Opportunities like we are talking about this one. Pei Kun, may I ask you a question, Pei Kun?
Okay.
Yeah. If you are a boss, will you employ Uncle Raymond to do the job, or will you employ Jia Ling, which is 5 years later, which he's already 21, 22 graduate from NUS? Okay, who will you employ? Pei Kun? You better answer me properly.
Because like he...
Okay, then you go out of my Zoom already. You employ Jia Ling, then you don't come in. Just kidding. Okay, why? Why Jia Ling?
Because he's like younger and like can like maybe learn a bit more.
Yeah, Tong Ye, you can see I mute my mic. This causes silent protest. He's very prejudiced to say Uncle Raymond too old to join his company. He's so biased that I'm old, that I got a lot of weaknesses, that I cannot do the job. He looked down on Uncle Raymond. I'm so sad. Is that what you mean, Pei Kun?
No.
Tissue paper, please, Charlie. Very sad. Yeah, to be honest, we are talking about aging population. Not wrong, Pei Kun. In fact, actually, if there are some employer don't even want to employ Jia Ling and Uncle Raymond. You Ming, Ye Ping, sorry, Ye Ping, If you got any questions, don't be shy and ask me, huh? Okay, you can type in, all right? So this topic might be very, not dry, very maybe too heavy for you to absorb because this is 关于到整个新加坡的来龙去脉哈。子玉啊 ，Are you okay? 子玉 ，What's wrong with your Wi-Fi?
Oh no, it's not my Wi-Fi, it's my computer.
Oh, okay. Hey, this morning one of my students, the Zoom also got problem. Yeah, so okay. We are talking about these opportunities. Right? You are absolutely right. No? The misconception of people's and they might be employing foreigners. Take note of this, because your SRQ might come out these kind of questions. That the foreigners are the one cheaper. Imagine you got a budget of $5,000 to employ a staff, regardless of what job. Of course, the 5,000, if you can employ another 3 workers versus Jia Ling and Uncle Raymond, will you take the 3 workers? Foreign worker?
Uh,
I think the answer is yes, right? And somehow they can work 12-hour shift. Then Jia Ling say cannot. Jia Ling say to you, 被困啊，老板，我今晚要跟我女朋友去吃烛光晚餐 candlelight dinner, no time. Then Uncle Raymond come to you, 老板啊，我今晚我的大儿子生日21岁 I cannot work for you. But the 3 foreign workers, they don't mind rain or shine. They can work 12-hour shift for you. Because the purpose of coming to Singapore, they are working. Their families are back in their hometown. Agree on Bacon?
yes.
Yeah. So now my question to you, who?
I think the foreign workers.
Exactly. This is where the next one I'm going to move out. Awareness, alertness, and attention towards a more diverse society. As a result, most of the Singaporeans is very myopic, very like 井底之蛙. They think that Singapore for Singaporeans, your foreigners, please get out of my country. I find it's damn stupid to say these kind of things. Okay, this is where you see a lot of bosses want to cut costs because they want to get cheaper laborers so that they can manufacture things much cheaper and be more competitive, because we're going to move to the next issue 3 called globalizations, import and export. And most of you are going to poly. This topic is super important for you, okay? So please take note. All right, next, the threats. This is what Yu Ming also say that about prejudice, okay? Like, of course, Pei Kun will prefer to employ Jia Ling because he feel the threats of their Uncle Raymond's might be getting older, got more illnesses, got more health problematics, and maybe like to take too much MC or leave. Okay, then later he employed Jia Ling. Then you realize that the foreign worker came in much more cheaper, more hardworking, as equally hardworking as Jia Ling. Then Jia Ling felt the threats already. Oh my goodness, these foreign workers, it's a matter of time. Okay, I got friends who tell me some company purely employ all the Filipinos or even employ all the Indians. Why is it so? And because of that, sometimes in the Facebook, in the chat group, I got friends putting there and say, wow, why employ foreigners? I find it, if you are good, you don't worry about the things. Because the next one, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. The last one is super important. It's called the system. Okay, the government has in place a system to take care to all the people in Singapore. Singaporean, PR, foreigners, aging populations, which is your ama akong and your mommy daddy like us, and also the special needs people, like those autistic or Down syndromes, or those handicapped people. And sometimes you go to KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, or some fast food restaurant, you will see they employ these special needs or handicapped people to work in the restaurant, and this is called the Gracious Society. And in the system, sorry, my dog always says, in the system itself, the government has in place a very non-biased, as much as it is, I told you already, if a Singaporean want to apply a job, the employer must, within 14 days, must give the Singaporean and PR their opportunities. Remember? And then after 14 days, if they cannot find a suitable candidates from Singaporean and PR, then they will open up the job opportunities to foreigners. So I got one student ask me, then purposely, 14 days, I interview all the Singaporean, then later, I wait after 14 days, the grace period over, I start employing foreigners. The government in the system are not stupid. They will come to your office to do a spot check to make sure that you employ the right people. Excuse me, What I'm telling you is not just cock and bull story and then you forget about it. Because you refer to here. Look here. There's a flow. So better pay attention. So there's a flow. Why? Because it's a role and responsibility for the MP, for the member of the public, MOP. Okay. In our police term, when we talk to one another police, we'll say the MOP. At first, when I joined the police force recently, I don't know what is MOP. MOP means member of the public. Okay, MOP. Health Minister, Education Minister. You realize recently Chan Chun Sing, the Minister of Education, came in to talk to 8 students about the recent case of the RV. Why the mental health? Okay, some of you have joined me earlier and you know, before this incident happened, I always say that the parents must open up, must talk to the children. Don't wait until the things got burned already, then you sit down and talk. It's too late. Now, how many of you, maybe you don't need to raise your hand, to be honest, just a random check, okay? Wait, may I ask you, how often do you talk to your parents? Sit down, really sit down and talk about Discord. You know it's Discord now? Yes?
Not really.
Do you know what is a Discord?
Not really.
Tong Ye, you know what is Discord?
Probably some like disagreements between a person and another.
No, Discord
another
is an
leading to,
application.
conflict.
No, Discord is an application. Right?
Discord.
Yes, Discord is an application that do video and gaming. Exactly. Imagine your daddy, mommy come and talk to you. Son, can I have your Discord? You'll be, oh, cool, man, daddy, right? Sing it. Imagine your father talk to you or mother talk to you. Hey, don't be LOL lah. Come on, man, chill lah. You are so FML. Wow, you will be, how you know all these lingo words, right? But how often, the problem is that, then look here, the segregations divide into race and income, education and housing, etc. Diversity not only involve other race and religions, ladies and gentlemen. Diversities also involve what Humane has really hit the nail is about prejudice and misconceptions. Okay, some of you have done the France assimilations. All right, Tong Ye, you know the France assimilation? I don't think you and I can stay in France. Okay, they are so not every. Recently, there's a TikTok talking about this hijab, the Muslim lady wearing the hijab was walking along the France city in Paris, and this guy got pull, you know, this covering of their face, the head, and pull it out, and say that you are not supposed to wear this in the public. The system say that, the France system say that you are not supposed to wear this, but thank God the passerby stopped him from doing that. You get me? So wait, okay, maybe I ask Sing Yi, how often do you talk to your parents? Sit down face to face.
Rarely.
Rarely. So sir, may I ask you, next time when you are father, will you sit down and tell your son, hey son, come, let's have a chit chat. Let's have a ice cream there at this Ben and Jerry. Or say, son, come, let's play a game, a tennis, like Sing Chen, like to play international chess. Until today, why I keep asking him why international chess is better than Chinese chess. And then he can tell me because Chinese chess got one river. Nothing wrong, river. So nothing wrong. So this is your take, Sing Chen, nothing wrong, and he's good in the English chess. So you see, diversity is about communications. You see, if you cannot communicate, that is the end. Now look here. The target audience, you have to identify who you talk to. You must know the language. Pei Kun, may I ask you, will you very often talk to your grandparents? Do your grandparents stay with you?
No.
So sometimes you visit your grandparents. Do you really sit down and talk about their past, how tough they work, or all these things?
No.
No. Then what do you talk to them? You talk to them Discord.
No. Like
what you talk? Minecraft.
No. Like
then what do you talk to
them much?
Why?
Because like
language barrier? Generation gap?
I think it's generation gap.
Yes. No, 不要误会 Pei Kun. I'm not here to pin you down. Okay, I just want to share. Okay, so what else? You cannot talk to your grandparents. What's the reason?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so imagine the Pei Kun. One day you become grandfather, then you want to talk to your grandson. How are you going to communicate with them?
Maybe like I don't know what is like the more common things then.
Correct. Some common things, right? But how common is you? By the time your grandson might be using not Minecraft already, don't know what games they are playing, you know. They might be playing virtual reality games or whatever it is. So how? Oh, Ziyi is still out again. So how?
Like learn from the young people.
Then? Who is not in? I got 15 students. Anyone can tell me who is not in? Okay, carry on, please.
And like learn from the young people.
Yeah, you see,
to be able to communicate with them more.
Exactly, that is the keyword. Communicate more with them. How are you going to communicate more with them? You must what? That is the issue, you see. You must have the result. What will outcome? If you cannot talk to them, how are you going to explain to them how you went through your suffering? Just your grandparents, it's not they don't want to communicate with you. It's that you choose not to want to communicate because of your study, your work, and things like that, and your time is so stressed. So why don't we, like, you see, we need to be able to know what is actually happening. Now, please, I'm not talking nonsense here, because it's going to, how it's going to relate. Xingyi, can you imagine, you don't seldom talk to your parents. The same thing, you bring this concept to your children next time. This is called the typical Asian culture. All right, agree? And sometimes I will sit down and talk to him. Even now my elder son, I would love to talk to him. He's working already, 26 years old, he's working. My daughter, 22 years old, also working. My younger son is 9 years old. See, different. I got so different big gap. My nephew, my godchildren also. Okay, I love to talk to old people because I really learn a lot from old people. Why? Because if I don't get this, it's called diversity. Because it's a responsibility to ensure that we learn from one another. Okay, don't believe? Let's look at this one. NTUC Fire Assistant Director. Do you know about this story now, Rachel? Okay, raise your hand. Yao Yi, do you know about this one, Yao Yi?
Yeah.
You know about this case? Okay,
Yeah.
look at this guy. Look at this one. You see what he say? 嘉玲有看过吗？童业有看过吗？ Oh, your teacher show you 啊？ Oh, good. 奕晨有没有？嘉玲有吗？
My teacher showed this to us before.
Show you, huh? Okay, good. 子怡有吗？子怡 did you show the teacher show you this one? About this Amy Chong? 子怡
Yeah.
Okay, look at this girl. She's a high paying. Salary is about more than 5 figure, $10,000 over dollars. And you see what it makes. Gay World Park. What is that? Oh, okay. You see in a statement, you say that the media, you see, Lim Swee Say is already retired MP. So I'm talking about here. Please take note now. When somebody is doing something, the minister will come up to Chen Qing to make amendments, corrections. Okay, this is really in a diversity so that you prevent any conflict. Right now, prevent any conflict against one another. Okay, so what happened? It says here. Okay, so it says that terminate with immediate effect of the service of Miss Amy Chong, and this is the Assistant Director Membership Department establishing 2012. That was about 9 years ago. Okay, regrettably, we likely so that her comments have upset members of the public, including many union members. We are sorry that this has happened. We have counseled the staff and impressed upon seriousness of her actions. She is remorseful and has apologized for her. So please take note of this part. Yeah, what happened? This is used for. What if this is used for extract one? Zhao Xuan, how are you going to use it? How are you going to explain this? If this is abstract one, using this about diversity. Yao Ying. Xing Chen, you can type your answer there. Ziyi, what do you think? What does it show here about Mr. Lin Sui saying this?
They don't want their reputation to be ruined by one person.
Awesome.
So they're
And
like saying this so to explain that they don't agree with her actions.
very good. Furthermore,
So that people will still go to their shop and buy.
okay, and this is to cover up. Actually, not very good for this advertisement. Okay, fair enough. I will not take the other last point seriously, but the first 2 points I will agree. I think one more to add. The most significant things by saying this. What is the purpose that the ex-minister say this to the public, to the MOP? I use MOP now, a member of the public. Why do you say that?
So that the public all know, then they won't be angry.
Exactly what Yu Ming was saying. Well done. Okay, thanks to Yu Ming, you say that, you see, he don't want to give people the misconceptions, to show prejudice that we are not prejudiced against the Malay wedding. Well done, Ziyi. Bonus point. Okay, so this is where you do, you see, SRQ, Xingyu, Bei Kun, and Zhao Xuan, and Jia Ling, all of you, Hao Rui, okay, it's not about, well, you must memorize, or it's about how much you read and how much you practice it now. SS is very fluid now, okay, but you must know the fundamental, the foundations of what is diversity. Okay, then he also reiterate in his statement that it takes serious views of racial harmonism. Can you write down this one here? Write down. This shows that the MP takes a serious view on racial harmony in Singapore. Bonus mark to all of you. Write down, please. It can be in any extract. If you don't want to write down, good luck to you, okay? Yeah, Bing, please turn on your camera. Thank you. Only Yu Ming got the VIP not to turn on the camera, huh? Oh, thank you. Okay, write down ready. So you see, it will not accept zero tolerance. I think I need to highlight, no? In futures, the student can use it. Write down this one. Okay, just highlight the yellow one. Zero tolerance is a very good to use. In a diversity society like Singapore, multiracial, multi-religion, multi-languages, okay, exactly what you may have mentioned, that we don't want to give people the kind of prejudice and biasness, or what you call not just misconception, different eyeball or eye level. We must not accept zero talk. We cannot accept the kind of this type of thing, because we are here to be harmony. We are here to have a healthy relationship. Therefore, we cannot accept this kind of things to attack other people's race or even religions as per se. If not, you will become not just offensive, it become very defensive, and everyone's are very in the defensive mode. And every time we walk on the street, you are very worried that this person will attack you verbally or physically or mentally or emotionally. I don't know. So we cannot live in the society like that, because Singapore is such a small island. We are not allowed to do this type of things, okay? Okay, look at this. This is the, if some of you stay in HDB, you'll know. Okay, look here. Okay, this is where our dear friends doing their wedding. In Malay, it's called the Gawing, 结婚. You see, very nice HDB. And then they are, okay, I don't know about your, some of you who stay in HDB will know that sometimes the HDB downstairs will have these funeral processions, 就是人家出殡啊, okay, 送终的那种啊. Then you got morning chanting, very noisy. If you ask me, I prefer a Malay wedding at the void deck than the funeral procession. To me, that when a person die, why must you 做到很轰轰烈烈, like very grand, to tell the whole world that my dad or my mom passed away? No, why don't you do that in your filial piety when they are still alive, and 做到轰轰烈烈, like 庆祝他的生日啦, 那个结婚 wedding anniversary. So that's my thinking. Okay, it's not wrong. I didn't say it's wrong, but that is my thinking. Okay, so this is one of them. Now today, this one, another case. So all these cases are related to what you Mings and the rest of you are saying. What happened that if these people have broke away the trust and the unity of the country. Very sad. Because of that, this man jailed 5 weeks for making racist remark at cashier and choking the nurse. Do you think he looked like very the 头脑有问题吗? No, right? He's a normal person. But why is he doing that? Is it because of stress? Is it because he has a bad experience to certain people, and that's why he did that? Okay, you are not supposed to hurl vulgarities to the civil servant. Okay, it's a punishable offense, even though you don't do physical. Okay, so this is one of the case. And look at the next case here. This is the one. Okay, I think I'm not sure whether your teacher will come out your SPQ, one of the sources put in like that this young man is doing chanting for the rights for the Indians, the Hindus, and then this Chinese lady using the gong and do it in front of him. Very inconsiderate, zero tolerance. And then this one is Japanese curry, the Indian curry, the smell, the pungent smell. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't like to eat so spicy stuff, but I enjoy the smell of the curry. You know, so you see, the latest conflict between the Chinese and Indian neighbors come a decade after 2011's curry dispute. Okay, a viral. Do you know about this one? Tong Ye, have you seen this before? You are? Wait, you ma? Wait, also the screen freeze. Yao Yi 有没有看过这种 the curry incident? 有啊。子怡心怡有吗？没有啊。Okay, just nice. So if the SPQ source page come out good for you, 嘉玲有吗？没有啊。有看过哈？ Okay, good. Then you see, it's quite related to this. These are all you must read the news. No matter how, please download your Straits Times apps in your handphone. At least spend about 15 minutes to go through some of the local news. Seriously, it helps. And so what happened? A dispute between a migrant family from China and a Singapore Indian family became public. The Chinese family who had newly arrived from China took issue with the smell of the curry emanating from their neighbor's home. So if I were to take this as one of the extract, now this is extract 2. Okay. Okay, I don't want to disturb Tong Ye because he's listening. Don't worry. Yi Chen, what do you think by putting this here? What is your reflections by saying that?
What do you mean by reflections?
What do you think after reading this? What is your comments like?
Oh, I feel like the Chinese family is very unreasonable.
Not their fault, what? They came from China, they hear the things, what? Seriously, okay, carry on. I just want to debate with you. Don't mind. Carry on. Next one.
Because first, if you are coming to Singapore, you should at least do some research about the racial harmony and the culture in Singapore. So they should have known that in Singapore we respect heavily the racial harmony. Also
okay.
Yeah, so in Singapore we take racial disputes very heavily.
Very seriously, yeah.
Very seriously, yeah.
And go by the law,
so good. And they should I mean, there's nothing wrong for the Indian family to cook curry, right?
Absolutely. So I ask you a question, carry on.
So it's I feel like it's very unreasonable for the dispute.
Okay. Yi Chen, do you like to eat durian? Do you like? You like? Okay, then no choice. Imagine you don't like to eat durian. Every day I'm your neighbor, I buy durian. Do you like the smell? Correct now?
But okay, so the maybe is you
so
can
what happened?
You can ask person, maybe you can maybe like ask them nicely.
Okay. Do you know 臭豆腐 啊? Do you like 臭豆腐? You like 啊，同业。哎呀，想到我也是要流口水了。哎呦，我很久没有吃 I miss my 臭豆腐。Now a lot of people don't like the smell 啊。Can you imagine your neighbor like from China, they cook 臭豆腐, and then the Indian family come and tell the Chinese. Now whose fault now? And please pay attention, you all have to brainstorm. When I give you the case study, you have to think about it. What is the solution? What is the resolutions? This is a case study.
Maybe like they can both take one step back and maybe like they can occasionally cook 臭豆腐, but like don't do it every day.
But 这是我每天要吃嘛，家常便饭嘛。I need to eat one way.
Okay, then maybe close the windows when you are cooking it.
Then how? Very stuffy 嘞，要闷死我啊！哇，我 no feeder 嘛。
Use
怎么办？等下我吃太多，等下我放一个屁，不是完蛋，臭气熏天。哎呀，糟糕了，这样不可以，那样不可以，怎么办 ？You are not wrong, Okay, Ethan, we are just thank you so much for your. So there is now I ask Zhao Xuan. Zhao Xuan. So what is the solution? Should I go and report to the government, or to the MP, or to the police, or should I get the other neighbor to talk to them? A is the government, B is to my neighbor. Zhao Xuan. Rita. B, okay, Zhao Xuan, thank you, the neighbor. Rita, are you there, Rita? Rita, what do you think, A or B? Oh, okay. Wow, 同业一石二鸟. Well said. Hey, that means next time you want to be an MP, I vote for you. You tell me where you want to go. I confirm vote for you. You 很会一视同仁. Very good. You care for the people. Rita, what is A or B? You get the government to involve or get your neighbor to involve to solve the problem. And yes, Rita.
Probably, yeah, B.
B, well done. If all of you choose, most of you choose B, I will prefer the answer, which Tong Ye was saying.
Sure.
Offer everyone to have the tofu, but not everyone like the tofu but it's good to taste it. Maybe after that, he get used to, hey, where are you cooking tofu? Hey, when are you? Well, it become a norm, then die. But it's good. It's a good resolution. Yes, Yichan?
But if you like tell the government, right, they can't do anything.
No,
they like
you are wrong.
Because it's like it's their freedom to like cook the tofu, right?
Yes, you are wrong, but there is a reason. Okay, how about I agree. Let's hold on to your answer. Hao Rui, you will choose A or B, Hao Rui? Hao Rui will choose B. Why B? Why you choose B? Every time I call your name, I'm already evaluating your student performance appraisal. So please reply me if you can. You mean A or B? Okay, fair enough. You don't want you send to the group, can hurry. Send to the group. You don't want to make it a bit better. So yeah, I agree. 大事化小，小事化无. Well, it's good. Okay. How about you, Yu Ming? You choose government or get your neighbor or get someone to know about that neighbor to talk to them or what? 庭外和解. You want to settle out of court. I agree with you, Harry. Very good answer. Neighbor, can you type to us and say, not to me, don't send to me, send to everyone, please. Can you tell everyone why you choose neighbor? Okay, while waiting for you to type the answer, okay. The government, Yichen, to answer your question, it's really that serious until when physical fighting or even slashing or even police case. the government will come in as the case like Amy Chong like that. The government will come in to make a system. Remember, Ethan, the previous slide I will talk about this one. Sorry, I move out a bit faster.
No lah, but as in if it's only like
system.
no, like if it's only like they cook the thing every day and then they didn't do anything to you.
There are some cases really go all the way out to the MP. Because Uncle Raymond's do the RCA, I work with the MP, I walk around the MP door to door, okay, and make sure my residents stay in a very healthy, harmony, and happy relationship. Okay, so sometimes they really write an email to my MP, write all the way to Prime Minister office, okay, even go to meet the people session and tell them about my neighbor is so bad and things like that. And then the government decided to change the system and to talk this out in the parliament. My uncle who was staying in New Zealand, okay, when we bring the barachan, the so-called the Malay chili powder for them to cook in New Zealand, the neighbor called the police and saying that my uncle has a dead human being, a corpse in the house because the smell was so strong and pungent and so smelly. And guess what? The police not advised or strongly protest and say, you better stop cooking the thing before I arrest you. What do you think? What kind of system is this? Fair enough, Ethan? Ethan?
No.
No. So tell me, to bring out to this government subsidy issue is useless, right? Huh? Fair enough. Even the police already, all these people already against my uncle already. What is the point? So here in Singapore, there is a system. If the neighborly first, all of you are right. I will assume that all of you choose neighbor. It is good that you get the neighbor to go and talk to them, negotiate, mediate, arbitrator, and talk things over. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time cannot, then you escalate up to the higher level. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this one. It's very important. The one highlighted in yellow, please, please, I beg you, copy. Now, both families approach the CMC. Right now, this one is very important. You need to know in a diversity world. It's called the Community Mediation Center. A lot of people will say HDB, don't look at like you are staying in condo or you're staying in landed property, you will not have this problem. In fact, there's many years ago, got this landed property, the father and the daughter put a very strong spotlight and shine to the neighbor. And then every time the car parked near to their entry, they will start to do things to their car and then even do so funny things in front of the neighbors, even put a red underwear, panties in front of the door. No, it's really an insult. It happened before. I don't know the couple in Paya, the landed property is still around. So even the people who come and meditate, even the MP who went down to talk to them also useless. Okay? So it's the CMC. Why cannot highlight? Okay. Now take a look at this one. The incident sparked intense outrage in Singapore. Right now, Singaporeans were angered by what they saw as an unfair resolutions that did not turn into an account to the Indian family freedoms and culture practice. Right now, in Singapore, we practice freedoms and culture practice. 嘉玲，你懂哦？8月8号是什么日子吗？不是 Uncle Raymond 的大寿啊。Do you know what's that 呢？同学 ？Don't know 啊。How Ray, do you know 呢？心怡，你懂吗？魏哲，子怡 ，you know what is the 8th of August? Thank you, How Ray. Ghost Festival. Can you send to the group? No, don't send to me lah. The first day of the Ghost Festival month. 同学 ，you know what is that? 中元节啊，我们的好兄弟上来哈。Okay. Then you see last time when I doing this, they got my Indian student came from India and asked me, Uncle Raymond, how come this month I saw a lot of people burning a lot of things then? It's polluting the environment. What are they doing? Sorry, Uncle Raymond, I'm not any racist to the Chinese, but I don't see all the Chinese burning, but I see my neighbor, my downstairs, they're burning all this and then they put candles on the ground. What are they doing? So first time they came to Singapore, right? Jia Ling, she doesn't know, right? So how are you going to explain to her? Oh, because we have early Christmas party. So how are you going to explain to this? Rachel? It's a true story.
Telling them that is telling them it's part of our
The
practices.
Ghost Festival.
Part of our practices.
It's not my practice. I don't practice this. I'm a Christian.
No,
You see? I'm Christian. I don't practice this.
the
I only believe in Halloween night. I only believe in Halloween night. One
okay,
day only.
well, our religion.
Which religion? The Buddhists or the Taoists? I bet
I
your
have
teacher
no-
will tell you.
I have no
It's
answer.
Taoist. It's Taoist. It's Taoism. Okay? So, okay, you learn something. So what I explain to my Indian student is that, okay, this is a Hungry Ghost Festival. Then she listened, what do you mean by that? It means that those so-called the ghosts will come up from hell on earth to roam them up for 1 month. She still don't understand. Until you say, do you know what is Halloween? Then she said, yeah, I understand what is Halloween. Halloween is different. It's treats or streets to go around to get sweet. It's different from this one. They go around to get sweets or things like that. They don't burn anything. Then I explained that this is the Chinese, the religion's rights, Taoism only. Not all Chinese practice this, but Singapore practice multi-religion practice. So this month they are burning all these things because right now, because it's their belief, it's their freedom and culture of practice. And this is we have to accept it. We do not take this as a pollution. We take it, this is part of their religion's practice. Just like Thaipusam, the Indians beginning of the year, they will do the Thaipusam where they have to poke the needles all over their body and walk down because they want to pay the respect and give back to their gods. So this is their religions. So we cannot stop it. So the first thing I ask, is there really such thing as the ghost coming out? I say, this is their belief. So girl, don't worry. As long when they are burning those things, don't go near there. Okay, don't touch anything and just walk on. Okay, this is their belief. So next thing is that the incident has unacceptable behavior that contradicts Singapore inclusive. Right now, Singapore inclusive and multiracial and religiously harmonious society. Now, if people are not going to explain like what I explain to my Indian student, how? People, when they come, like what Yi Chen you're saying, or whoever you said just now, those students or those people who come to Singapore, they will have this problem. That's why all the new immigrants who come to Singapore, they were sent to attend a course to understand what the Singapore, all the different walks of culture is all about. Okay, right. So you see, the bachelor was so heated that Law Ministers K. Shanmugam held a press conference. You see, Yi Chen, you see, involve government already. Who say don't involve? It's really out of hand already. Now, may I ask you, some activities also launched a cook and share a pot of curry, urging people, Singaporeans to share home cook. I want to ask, Yao Yi, 为什么要做这种多此一举的东西呢？
So people can interact.
And then no, the
Then they
purpose
won't,
in the what?
they
Sorry,
won't
so that people will
criticize each
interact.
other.
Okay, right now, so people can interact and be able to tolerate right now and do not criticize one another. Okay, and you are writing a SRQ answer now, huh? Okay, please write down. If you don't write this, unless you want to listen to YouTube later on. Then I might as well, you see, over 60,000 Singaporean residents took part in the event. Singya, can you imagine? These 60,000 people don't have this cook and share a pot of curry. These 60,000 people walk down on Orchard Road and start throwing chair and table. Oh, and go around and smash the window like the South Africa like that. You know, throwing. Wow, how is it? 60,000 instead of cook and share a pot of curry, they went down to take their pot and pans and start riots. Yes, you are right. Send to the group lah. Don't send to me. Your answer is very good. Can you send again one Rachel? You are right. It's to prevent right now. Wait, let Rachel send to the group first. Rachel, send to the group, please. Your answer is very good. Thank you. What Ray just said is that these activities or these people, which is not really the government is supporting these activities so that this incident will not happen again, is to protect, right now, to protect the minorities like the Indians and to prevent another incident to happen and to produce, like what Yao Yi was saying, to produce a very interactive and very good bonding environment. Well done, Yao Yi and Ray. Awesome. 嘉玲啊，嘉玲，今天 Uncle Raymond 没有教书，这是全部都是你朋友在教你的。你看，哦，很好哦，他们的 answer 很好哦。The first one started was you mean misconception and prejudice. I never tell. 我今天的工钱很容易拿嘞。Okay, so well done, Ray. It's true. It's true to prevent. So, Xingyu, can you imagine 60,000 walking down in Orchard Road and destroying property? Which is other country do that, right? Correct? No? True now. You look at sometime. Okay, very simple. Do you know the George Floyd, the black guy, was killed by the police? True now. You all know about this story, right? The whole United States of America turned chaos. You know, right? Huh? Do you want this to happen in Singapore? Thank God we are very gracious. We are very tolerant. We are able to tormenting all the things, and we toughen out ourselves mentality. So we use this cook a share curry. One stone kill 3 birds. Got food to eat, able to understand the culture, and what Yao Yi say, to able to interact. True, very true. And I cannot take another step. Just recently, I think of it. You know, recently the KTV, a lot of people are saying these Vietnamese are causing the problem to all the virus. I disagree. What happens if it's from China, from Malaysia, or Singaporean themselves? And true enough, recently it surfaced that some of the SIA stewardess 空姐因为没有工作做去做 KTV hostess. Everyone need to survive 嘛，家人对吗？ But why you say that? It's those tico pay, the cheeky old uncle want to do all these things. Then you got the supply. I got friends, their wife are Vietnamese. I got friends, my godmom is a Vietnamese in US now. I abhor this kind of comments. And this is where we are talking about this really. Come here. Sorry, I got to move up to show you. Awareness, alertness, and attention. You have to know that in the society, we must have these 3 A. If you don't create the awareness, alert, and intentions, you'll be like other countries like Hong Kong like that, like George Floyd case. Singapore cannot afford these kind of things. Rachel, bonus marks to you. Yes, you're using this in a very software, not the hardware. You know, hard HEAR, something, not the HARD, the hardware to convince people, to communicate with people, and to connect with people, to prevent a crisis, a chaos, a calamity. Therefore, we have peace and prosperity and productive. That is very important. That is why we can make it. That is why in Singapore, we can control the COVID, even though we have such a cases. Okay, now, this is the answer. Okay, so what have you learned? Okay, I'm supposed to show you this answer. This one was only done yesterday night with the other group of Set 4 students. So this is the answer they give. These activities help people from different walks of life to enjoy foods from different races, which helps in create strong bonds between people of different race. That's what Yao Yi was saying. Well done. Bonus point for you. Social harmony with neighbors by sharing traditional food such as Indian curry and spreading culture with others. Well done. Being inclusive and welcoming to the diversities of people, this allows people to bond and be aware, you see, use the word aware already, okay, of the different cultures and practices so as to be more understanding towards them or towards one another. This is the answer you're going to write for your SRQ. Okay, can Next, please take note of this one here. Neighboring, okay, you might come out this, okay, copy down I send this to you. I expect you guys to go, I send to the group chat, don't worry. Please, when you're free, at least take 5 to 10 minutes to read this one here. Okay, I'm not going to spend the whole things here, okay. Now this one is talking about How should I approach my neighbor about his or annoying behavior? Okay, in this website, it will tell you how it works. So I give you a quick one. How the managing, step one is building a kampong spirit. That means you are openness. You are allowed to share, seriously, Pei-Kun, you take leave to go home, unless you say you stay in ground floor, right? Pei-Kun. Hello?
No.
You take leave to go up to your house, right?
Yeah.
Inside the lift, when you see your neighbor, do you say hi, good morning, or smile at them? Be honest.
Yes.
Well done. Do they reply to you?
Yes.
Unless you say good morning, then they reply to you. What's so good about the morning? How are you going to reply?
I will just like ignore them then. Like,
I think the next time when you see him, you don't greet him anymore, right?
yeah.
Okay, but unlikely so far don't have this kind of thing happen, right? Correct. Am I right to say that?
Yes.
No such thing. Yeah. So why I'm saying that, you see, during the kampong spirits, like if you watch the 我们的故事 by Jack New, you will understand the kampong spirit regardless of where we know each other very well. We call by names. Okay, we know what your likes, your favor. We know all your family members. Unfortunately, nowadays we are staying in a HDB flat. The moment you go out to the lift, it's just maybe you know your neighbor, the left, the right, the top, and upstairs. That's all. Do you know the next few units away? We unlikely, right? Unless you got some common interest. That happen that you bring your dog, I bring his dog, their dog, go down and walk and chit chat. Then maybe you bring your children to the playground, then chit chat. Then you know each other. So this is where during the chit chat, you can say, "Ayo, I don't understand. My neighbor keep complaining that the Indian family keep cooking curry leh." Then they already sometimes quarrel with that. Then the other neighbor heard that, "Hey, never mind. I think I maybe talk to this China's family." And happen that this neighbor that you talk to, they also come from China. Then this China's neighbor has been staying in Singapore for 10 years already. And the son and their son also go to the same school. Then they can talk about it. Okay, guys, don't think that I'm talking nonsense again. Because if you are talking about poly, you are taking sociology and political science and social science. This is where we are talking how we help to mingle one another. Have you seen this before? Jialing? You all? Don't tell me, none of you go to Chinatown. Okay? I've been to this, not speaker corner, I've been to Hongling Complex and Chinatown because my wife, Auntie Christine, the gynae is in Chinatown Square. So for the past many years, I've been there. I love the food there. Very nice. Now, speaker corner is similar to this. You realize this guy is standing, I make it smaller. You realize this guy is standing here. Okay? And on the chair. This doesn't look like in the London Trafalgar Square. Okay, it's a speaker corner. So when you stand on top of the stool, means that I'm scolding the government, I'm saying anything, but I'm not stepping the soil of England. That's what it meant. So same thing as speaker corner, that people can register themselves to go to the speaker corner there to say anything about the government, anything, but you must get permits. You must get the license. This is what it meant here. Okay, please go and read out also, type speaker corner. It's very important. You need to know this one because I just checked through a lot of schools during their exam, they like to come out these speaker corners about talking about diversity. Is it right to say anything? If you go to the, let me check to see whether I can find one speaker corner. Okay, let's see. Let me wait. I'm typing in the Google. Okay, let's share now. Okay, this is the. Are you all looking at it now? This is a speaker corner. So you see this one green one, the red one is the LGBT, right? Correct now. The pink dot, is it under LGBT? Correct, right? And then you see this one, wait. You see, this is Singaporean, no? Giving this, you see, during the election, this one, I cannot take it. It came out in one of the SBQ. Singapore for Singaporean, it came out in one of the SBQ. Singaporean for Singapore, Singapore for Singaporean. What does it mean, Jia Ling?
They don't want the immigrants.
Then
Want to chase
use
them.
the so then how? So they don't want the immigrants. Then
They protested.
correct. Then they want the government. Then they want to let the government to hear their voice. How? How are you going to do it? How?
By protesting at the speaker's corner.
Correct. By protesting at the speaker corner, how? How do they bring the message across to the government? Okay, I stop here. I go back. Okay, let you think first. Got point one. Please think. By how? To change the which one? Which one do you think? FLOATS. Which one? How do they make the government to change what? Which one?
The system.
Awesome, bingo. Hey, hello, 政府. Hey, please, you hear my voice already, stop it, because of all these foreigners took out of my job, my education, my housing, my kids go to school also have to compete with them. You better change the system by making it more difficult for them to come to Singapore. More higher quota. They must only stay here for 1 year. Don't give them so many passes. You are right, Jia Ling, to change the system, to threaten them, to create their awareness, because you took my opportunity. I don't want to give foreigners, I want to give to locals. Understand? So when you are talking like that, guys, use this. Easy to talk, right? You did that, right? Jia Ling, correct? Bingo, you did it, man. Okay, good. Living in a diverse society. Okay, now sit back and relax. Okay, I need to explain all this. Give me a minute. Let me drink some water first. Okay, when I ask you to write down, please write down. I'm going to ask everyone here because let me see, I got to check here. Yes, thank you. All must reply these questions. Xingyi, start from you. You look at the question here, right? Is it yes or no or maybe? If you don't feel like talking to me, send to the everyone group chat. Okay, I don't need to call your name. If you are ready, you just type it in. Okay, all of you
yes.
here must take part.
For this question, right?
Yes, sir.
And yes, possible.
Yes, sir. Why? Is it 100%?
Not 100%, but I think have high chance now.
Oh, I like the way you say. You have high chance now. After got people say, do you have a badge? I think I'm blush. And then you must not marry, must not have Chinese girlfriend. You must take your own race girlfriend. Still better now. Okay. Thank you, Minister.
Why is minority or?
就是咯，不是要一视同仁的咩？ Harmony achievable means everyone, regardless of race, language, or religion. Correct. Take the pledge, right? Thank you. I'm not against you. I just made an argument. 同意, your turn.
I don't think it's achievable. because like I think that there's still gonna be like there's gonna be diversity no matter what. So like and when there's diversity, there's gonna be like a lot of like people with different views and like beliefs, and like they will still have like conflicts no matter how much they try to understand each another. So there won't be harmony.
Very good. Your house got a dog also?
Outside.
Oh,
Not
okay,
mine.
okay. Not your dog. Okay, okay. So I agree with you, Tong Ye. No matter how, I like the word no matter how. So 你讲这么多 that means I come to a conclusion. Can you all of you write down? There is always a loophole and gray area. Write down, please. There's always a loophole. Loophole 就是一个破绽. Gray area, that means there's some boundaries that you cannot see. 眼睛对眼睛. How you say that in English? Eye to eye. You cannot see this eye to eye. Thank you, Tong Ye. Yi-Chen, your turn.
I don't think it's achievable.
Please say, please say.
Cause I think that no matter like what she mentioned, no matter what like what methods we try to use, right? There will still be, since everyone has different ideas in like a diverse society, everyone has different ideas, different like religion, mostly different religion, different race. So like people will still have like conflicts over time. Although like we try to understand, right? But conflicts are still inevitable.
Okay, thank you. Hao Rui, your turn. May I give you 5 seconds to reply me, because time is running out. I got a lot of things to share, so I hope you all understand. I'm not against you, sorry. Maybe you need some time to think. Fair enough. Okay, why you say maybe? I come back to you, Ken. Yeah, since you're typing. Jialing, must type the answer and share it to everyone. Thank you, Hao Rui. Actually, I'm helping all of you to talk and to write, so that when you come to exam, whatever you are talking now, if I say I agree, means you have already done your homework. That means you are agreeing, okay? Possible. Okay, 等一下嘉玲要跟我讲话。
I think yes.
Why?
Because like everyone can learn how to like accept other people. Like they can start learning now, and like with the right education.
终于讲正点了。That means there's a proper system lah, like VIA, CCE. Well done. Carry on.
Then
Getting
like
more interesting.
you can like understand others, and hence living in living like with harmony.
With a healthy relationship, with a proper education system to teach the next generation to understand. It's true, no? It takes about 2-3 generations to make this harmony in Singapore. You see, US got few hundred years of history until today. They still cannot do well, no? And I always jokingly say, how come the blacks can run so fast? I always jokingly say, I'm not racist. Okay, because they have been running their lives since day one, they have been slaves. So no wonder they run so fast. Okay, so my students say you're very racist. I'm just joking, not kidding. Okay. Thank you, Hao Rui. Thank you, Jialing. It depends on their willingness to accept others. If they don't even want to try to put themselves in others' shoes, very good. I like that. In others' positions, in other situations, circumstances, then cannot be achieved. No matter how hard the government try, yes, the government will never try, Hao Rui. No matter how hard the government implement different type of system, 不要就是不要。Jialing, if you have a chance to go university, which university you want to go? Africa University?
No.
Oh, 你看不起 Africa University. Okay, now which university? Even I ask you such a question, you also got no confidence. Can't I want to go Harvard. Nothing wrong. I'm going to Oxford. Who dare to laugh at him? Laugh. Must everyone encourage him? It's no bullying. Okay, why don't you go to University of Tokyo? Let's say you got Beijing 大学 and University of Tokyo and NUS. These three. Which one do you choose?
Maybe NUS.
Okay, thank you. I know what's the answer already. Okay, next. Pei Kun,
Yes.
your answer, please.
I think it is.
Possible?
Yes.
Why?
Because we just need to like respect our culture and beliefs. So yeah.
So in other words, can I conclude what you are saying, that we need to fine tune right now? We need to fine tune our system so that people is able to accept one another, so that people know that there is a channel to communicate better to improve the relationship, right? Am I right to say that?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Yao Yi, your turn. Next will be Zhao Xuan.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, yes, you agree?
because if we like accept other people's culture and like don't like attack them and discriminate them, then can achieve harmony.
Whoa, very strong, no? You use the word attack, no? It come to my mind means they do not want to show violence. Agree, yeah? Yeah, how many is achievable provided people don't show violence to one another? Well done. Write down. Thank you. Back to you, Zhao Xuan, your turn. Oh, because your mic or something, you can type, huh? Okay, I back to you, Ziyi. What do you think? Is harmony achievable, my dear? Yes or no? Ziyi. Zhao Xuan, please answer. If you say yes, why is it yes? Ziyi, why do you think harmony is achievable, Ziyi? Are you there, Ziyi? Thank you, Yubing. I saw your answer. But can you elaborate more? Sorry?
Harmony, achievable.
Do you think not? In Singapore, is it possible or not?
I don't think so.
Okay, why? Please give me your 2 cents worth of thoughts. Why is it so? Yuming, please elaborate. Thank you.
I think because people can like have like will always have like differences. So I think that even if on the surface it's harmonious, right? There's always gonna be like very small like microaggressions and like things that people say like, oh yeah, it's joke lah, but like it's not like very kind either. So but it can also be taken as like an offense. Like in our society today, like even if we think that we are doing very well with harmony, there's still people making like the very basic joke, like your skin is so dark, if we turn off the lights, we can't see you. Like
Hey,
that
this
kind
is
of
my
joke.
word there. You copycat. I always say that to my student. Then he keeps shaking. He said, turn on your light. I cannot see. Smile. I can see your teeth. Yes, I agree. Okay, so you carry on.
Yeah,
Then?
so like
Very sad, huh?
I just think it isn't very like achievable like in the short term.
I
Like,
think
in the long term, like maybe yeah.
I think I can conclude what you say. People like us, most of us, including myself, we are taking things for granted. Okay, not only taking things for granted, but we are like opportunities. It depends. You will not happen lah. Next time happen, then say lah. So we are not well prepared. Well done. It's taking for granted, and we are not well prepared to have this harmonious to come in a very strong, cohesive manner. Rachel, your turn. Wait, sorry. If everyone can understand each other, culture and regions, have an open-minded, well done. Open-mindedness, write down, very good. Harmony is, yes, open-mindedness. Well said, well said. Bingo, well said. Yes, you make the point. You must be open-mindedness. Unfortunately, Zhao Xuan, not you, what you say is true. Unfortunately, because not just Singapore society. Look at US, such a big country, even maybe in China or any parts of the world, there are still people cannot see eye to eye and cannot have the openness because they still think that their race, their we call the SES, is what Yao Yi was saying. They are always superiority. I agree with you. Thank you very much. Wei Zhang, your turn.
I'll say that it's plausible.
Possible, huh? Why, huh? Yes, my dear.
I mean plausible.
Okay, oh, plausible. Why? Why you say that possible?
Because
Different,
if you were to force everybody to say that harmony is good, harmony is everything, and then everybody will agree. But there has to be that one group of people who just disagree. But they will still say out, but then in their hearts they will still disagree.
Yes, very true. That means I conclude they got this not only minority, got this extremists, very extreme one. Okay, they will never believe in. It's just like the KKK in USA. You heard of KKK? The Supreme White, the Ku Klux Klans. The Ku Klux Klans is the Supreme White, which support Donald Trump a lot. They are the white supremacy. Have you heard before now, Tong Ye? 你有听过吗 KKK? Please Google it. In US, this called Ku Klux Klans. Okay, Ku Klux Klans is actually a group of white supremacy in US that they don't believe in racial harmony. They think like just like Hitler, the Aryan race. Tong Ye, I'm the most supreme one. You hit the jackpot, rate. Yes. No matter how you put the best system in place, they sure have some people going to change the entire system. True that, rate. No matter how, someone in your class, one or two clown will really break away. If you imagine the whole class keep quiet, this one or two students or even your same cohort, set 4, sure got one or two students will break the trend one. Thank you very much. Back to you, Yao Yi. Ye Ming, Ye Ping, 你要讲什么都可以 If you want to contribute, you can type it in or say it. Yao Yi, what do you think? Is it achievable?
I say already.
Oh, you say already. I'm so sorry because you changed the screen. 对不起，对不起. Yu Ming, can you tell me why? Xing Chan, yes or no?
Can you say the question again?
Yeah, the question is on the computer slide there. Yeah. How many achievable?
Don't think so.
Why?
It's intrinsic to a lot of people to not be comfortable with people who are not the same as them.
Write down, children. It's a very intrinsic value. It's just on the surface, right? Are you saying that? Xing Chan?
I'm not saying it's impossible for people of...
It's a surface 表面上的功夫 just to show only Yeah. Harmony, racial harmony, they talk only, right? So which is true? Okay, carry on.
That's not why I'm saying like that. I'm saying some people will act on that and actively attempt to harm people who are not similar to them.
Okay, so like what Wei Zheng was saying some minority will not accept it.
Yeah.
Okay, still they will not believe that. Why should I stay together with the Malay, the Chinese? I'm Indian, or the Chinese will say I don't want to stay with the Malay, Indian, or the Eurasian, or the Peranakans. Okay, thank you. Yu Ming, your answer? Depend on the people. Okay, so I think your answer is quite close to what Wei Zheng and Xing Chen is talking about, right? If yes, you put out your arms, your thumbs up. Okay, I move on. Now, diversity in the country can lead to different impacts, and this can be seen through how society interacts and responds. Thank you so much for all your answer. And it is very true that there's always not a fixed answer whether you agree or don't agree. It all depends on the different angle, different perspective, and different ways of approach to different people, because here, it's talking about nationality, race, religions. I think the first hint is that the SES status. Singapore now is more to the SES status than talking about race and religions, because we already know, we have been educated from day one when we are born that this is Singaporeans, we have different race and different religions. Even now, we are comparing the status, the high class, middle class, lower class, or very filthy rich class. People will compare whether you stay in Orchard Road or Bukit Timah, or you stay in the one certain part of the name that never heard before. Okay, things like that. So very sad, huh? The ethnicities and social economic. Okay. So why Uncle Raymond believe nationality is important? Even though your social economic status, if there's a question asked, I feel that nationality is important because it's at the sense of belonging. Look here, a sovereign right refers, please pay attention. Excuse me, this is very important, this statement. A sovereign rights refers to a legal rights processed by states or its agency and enables a state to carry out its official functions for the benefits of public. The sovereign right is distinct from certain proprietary rights because those proprietary rights must be processed by private person. Very lengthy, very bombastic, very legal terms. In other words, Rita, imagine you buy a nice Nike shoe, you put outside your house, okay? You forget to bring it at home, bring inside the house. Next day, you saw your Nike shoe, very nice one, not in front of your house already. Then you go and find, let's say you stay in 5th floor. Then you go and find your Nike shoe at 10th floor, exactly outside their house. And you know this is your shoe. What will you do? Razor.
Call police.
Call police. One shoe, call police.
No, technically that's theft, right?
Sorry?
That's theft.
Get snapped? I can't hear you, sorry. What happened? What will you do? Okay, you are typing, Okay, never mind. Xingyi, what will you do? Did this happen to you? Your Nike shoe found on the 10th floor. This is sovereign right, right? Hey, 我买的嘞. This is my shoe, no. Then how come you just take my shoe out like that?
Call police.
Or you call police, You don't knock on the door, ding dong. Hello, excuse me, why you take my shoe? Then they ask you got proof, man. You call police, the police will ask you, you got proof, This one your shoe, man. Go and bring your shoe to a DNA and test. True not? Okay, this is something like that. How do you how you draw the line whether this shoe belongs to you? First, you check it out, and maybe your neighbor happen to have your same shoe. Correct not? True not? Xingyi, 对吗? Right? Maybe your brother happened to wear your shoe and go out. How? It's the same thing at 钓鱼岛。同样有听过那个钓鱼岛吗? The Spratly Islands, where a lot of countries are saying China's are taking all those islands without permissions. Remember? You know that not, Jialing? The 钓鱼岛. Go and Google it, the Spratly Islands, where the Philippines, the Vietnamese, the Taiwan, the Japan, the Korea, everyone, even none of their bloody business in US also involved. Jialing. Hello, you are the other side of the ocean. Why you go and tell me this one? Correct. It's just the shoe is between Xingyi and Rachel. Okay. And it's, let's say Rachel and Xingyi is in Ang Mo Kio. Jialing, you are staying in Tampines. You go there and kepo for what? Correct. Right? So this is 钓鱼岛, which is the Spratly Island, the sovereign right. How you define? It's very important. The rights that belongs to you, that whether this thing is rightfully yours, whether these things that you are able to claim it legally. So nationality is important because I say it again and again, because of your IC, to prove that you have the rights to be a citizen, to enjoy certain benefit of the country. You see, diversity brings many different experiences, and can diversity exist together with harmony, which we have talked about it. What can cause diversity to become a problem more than a strength? Okay. Interaction, somebody just now talked about interaction, if I'm not mistaken, is LE. And the response in the diverse society will affect whether harmony is achievable. Yes, I think Xing Chen and Rui Zhe was talking about it's possible. Yes, it's true. It's very argumentable, but it's also not only debatable, but it's just like the 钓鱼岛. These islands belong to China or belongs to who? Okay, or is this the Petrola Blancas Islands belong to Singapore or Malaysia? The island, I can't remember the name. Or is this Christmas Island? You know this thing called Christmas Island? Christmas Island, you Google it, used to belong to Singapore. But after that, one of the ex-ministers sold away the Christmas Island to Australia. Different foods enjoyed. Yes, we talked about the curry issue. different places we visit, like the temple, okay, that we are talking about, all those temple, okay, different places to learn. Yes, we talk about languages. We need to know the languages. There are some time, this cashier is from China in Singapore, in Giant, for example. Then she maybe come to Singapore, he can't really speak very well fluent English. And happen this Indian or Malay customer come and talk to her. How much is this? Where do I get this coffee powder? And it's very hard for her to interpret. Unless say kopi, then you know that is about cafe. But if you speak that kind of very fast or the kind of accent of English that is in India or Tamil or Malays, how are we going to interpret it? So this is where you need another assistant, like maybe one of Singaporean to stand beside to observe, you see, and to look at the different basic of the features and see whether what kind of languages we talk. This is very sensitive when we talk about specific languages. So write down, please, this one: deeper understanding of diversity, intangible observation about diversity. Please write down. We must have a deeper understanding so that we are able to understand like the social economic diversity, how they exist. Okay, we do not have a deeper understanding. That means we are just only a very shallow surface. Then we will create problem. Now, see, deeper understanding of diversity identities among individuals and communities due to their belief and value system. You see the system again. When you have deeper understanding of other people, you know you. You always say, children, you always say to yourself, my mother, my father don't understand me. They don't understand me. Can you tell me, okay, Hao Rui or Yao Yi, whoever, or Ye Bing, or whoever, or Ziyin, how do you want your parents to understand you? How deep do you want them to understand you? Charlie, give you more money. Is it considered deeper understanding? No, huh? So what? See what food you like to eat. Will it be better? Or well, how's your result? Or bring you to go out and walk. Yeah. Or okay, you see? Deeper understanding, maybe they worried that you are too stressed. Thank you, Sing Chen. It's Petro Branca. Thank you, Sing Chen. Yes, it's the word Petro Branca. Yeah, that's the one that Singapore is fighting with the Malaysia, the three islands. This one came out in social study right now. The Petro Branca came out in one of the social study. Okay, go and research it there. This is that 3 little island with a lighthouse, and they claim that certain parts belong to Singapore, certain parts belong to the Malaysia. Okay. Okay, last slide, please, and then we continue next time up to here. Where am I? Diversity is becoming more visible in society all over the world, not just Singapore, because of social media, because of mass media, because of people are influenced to use their handphones and to use their internet to send messages very fast. Therefore, diversity is more visible due to a new interaction brought about by the effects of globalization and technology. This will be covered in issue 3. As you know, issue 1, 2, and 3 are somehow subset to one another. Okay. For example, we are able to see more traces of other cultures and nationalities in our society when we observe changes in foods, cuisine available in Singapore. Thank you, Yi Chen. I did not forget, correct me if I'm wrong. You say that before they come to Singapore, they should have understand the culture. Maybe, yes, you are right, by Google it. Now, see, all of you, next time when you all go for holiday, who will want to follow tour guide? Most of you would like to go free and easy, right? By doing that, before you go to Japan, or say maybe to look at the Northern Light in Finland, you will Google it and see which is the best month of the year to see the Northern Light in Finland, or which is the best month of the year to see the whale, okay, the humpback whale, or which is the best month to visit some of the Spanish culture. And then you Google it and check, okay, this is what you mean by the checking and the what you call the availability of resources, everything at your fingertip, through internet, through the way you plan your itinerary, your agenda, rather than, last time, everything, the news is after 5 days later, then you appear in newspaper or in the radio or in the TV, okay? Too late already, but now it's really instantaneously. You will get the informations, okay? So that is the reason why nowadays diversity all depends on what all of you say. It depends on the situation law. It depends on the educations. It depends on how people view it. It depends how tolerant it is. It depends on the minority. Some of them have to educate this minority to able to accept and to get awareness and attention to it. All right. Now, as you can tell that this topic is very wide. Okay, I know these few days you guys may have WA and their prelims around the corner, but I hope that if you have any questions or any the test or anything that you want to send it to me for me to read and check and verify, please send it to me. Okay, so next week we'll still continue diversity. I know next week is a so-called coming National Day, is a long weekend, but because I want to prepare for the Set 4 prelim, I would want to get some questions from diversity for the SPQ for your guys to practice. Okay, so please stay safe, don't stress. Anything you're not sure, if you want to check with me, get my colleagues and then the feedback to me, then I'll get back to your answer.